We're talking about damages that happened by any kind of natural disaster or just usual claims, like for example in the natural disaster from flooding and from wildfire or windstorms and earthquake and more. So we help the insurance to prevent these type of damages and to assess the risk better, basing on, for example, if we take one fact that 40% of the entire claims in the United States in the property is related to the roof. And insurance carriers don't have enough information, so they take the most high significant risk on this roof. And every roof is different from each other. So, and what better view you have on the roof from aerial imagery than all the rest of the options.
I understand, but what does it have to do with climate change exactly? Because the deterioration of a roof is something that happens and happened any time in history, of course. It has to do with how it was built, it has to do with the materials, etc., not necessarily anything that has to do with great floods or with fires, God forbid.
Yeah, so we see every year that the record is broken in terms of the losses from the insurance carrier, and they have two thresholds: or to increasing the price from the customers, or to create a better risk assessment and to starting to try to prevent the risk from the properties. So I give you an example. We saw that in Hurricane Ida, you have the tree falling on the house, very popular, also in New Jersey and more, also in Europe as well. When we understand what is the height of the tree and what is the height of the property, and you see the distance, very small quarries, we can say, you can prevent and understand, okay, what is the prediction of this, if this type of tree will fall on the house, what will be the damages, if it will be significant or it will be very low. So by attributes that we provide to insurance carrier, they can understand better what they actually have on their portfolio, and they can insure them better and risk them better. And by this, they can maybe recommend to this property owner maybe to move a little bit the trees, or maybe to prevent another risk. So
I think if it's a 100-year-old tree that might collapse on your roof, then you won't be so keen to move it so quickly. How different is your technology, or how different are the images that you take from images, for example, taken by Google satellite?
So Google satellite, it's not frequently updated. What we provide is much fresh imagery, so it can be like a couple months from the imagery taking. It can be also 5 days after the imagery taking. And it's very, very recent information. It's very more accurate in terms of the resolution. And we provide you not the imagery themselves, we provide you the attributes on top of it. So we can give you insight on this property. We have more than 60 unique attributes that you can receive. Mm-hmm. And these attributes is describe the property as on what they have in characteristic way of the property, so you can understand better what you have very accurate.
Sounds to me like homeowners will still be asked to pay more by insurers if your solution is actually adopted by insurers. Am I right?
Actually, this is absolutely the opposite. When insurance know the properties, they can reduce the number and provide you the very accurate pricing on this property. So, for example, if we look on very real use case, we have to insurance on front of reinsurance. We have reinsurance as well, but we able to reduce the price from the reinsurance to the reinsurance in 8%. It means that reinsurance, all the people they don't know, is like mega insurance that insure all the insurance carrier, mm-hmm. like you have on the United States or smaller, even in Israel. So we help them to reduce the number. So we have one use case very popular that we can reduce 10% of the pain from the insurance to reinsurance, and this will be direct effect on the portfolio of this carrier, and he will reduce 10% of his customers' pricing. So this is,
or they will keep the profits to themselves.
We can do what we can do on our best way, and you know it's very competitive landscape right now on terms of the insurance. How the insurance right now looking on the customer. We have many insurtech startups and many innovated, and also that customer that coming and demand better experience and better cost.
Okay.
So yeah.
Izik Levy, thank you very much for coming into our studio today. Thank you.